Over 5 lakh students appear for the civil services preliminary examination every year. Roughly double that number register to take the test with dreams in their eyes of joining India's civil services, the IAS, the IPS, the Foreign Service, and 18 other services. By the end of this brutally difficult selection process, a minuscule 180 are selected annually to join the IAS, the Indian Administrative Service. Think about that number for just a second. 180. You probably have more people in a 50-meter radius from where you're standing or sitting right now. That's how many people, or that's how few people become IAS officers each year. Needless to say, it is India's most sought-after service, where students spend years studying, reattempting, sacrificing family time, studies and their future, and much more just to make it into the civil services. Now imagine even one of those 180 seats being given to someone who has possibly lied about their status, deceived the system about their economic background, misrepresented their health, and made it through. Well, sadly, that is precisely what is alleged to have happened in Maharashtra, in Pune, where a fresh IAS entrant named Pooja Khedkar, that's her on your screen, is now under investigation for possibly lying about virtually every aspect of her life in order to penetrate the IAS and become an IAS officer. After she was recently shunted from her Pune position to a punishment posting elsewhere owing to bratish VIP behavior and demands for perks she wasn't entitled to, and she's a new officer, she just is part of the 2023 batch. A closer look revealed a timeline of possible deception and lies that allowed Pooja Khedkar to enter the IAS. These include disability concessions that she has simply refused to medically prove as made compulsory by the UPSC. More alarmingly, however, she is also said to have used the OBC non-creamy layer quota to get selected. This, when she belongs to a family that we now know owns assets worth 40 crore rupees. In other words, she is anything but economically disadvantaged and refuses to prove the disabilities that obtained her concessions to get into the IAS. And she belongs very much to the creamy layer of India's disadvantaged castes, which means that as a result of Pooja Khedkar making it into the IAS, someone actually from the non-creamy layer, someone actually economically disadvantaged from India's backward castes, could not make it into the civil services. Ironically, it was an illegal VIP lal batti on her personal Audi luxury car that finally got her busted. You'll see more in the report I'm about to show you, but I've chosen to lead with this story today, and India Today has chosen to take up the story that nobody else wanted to, because if the allegations against Pooja Khedkar stand true, then it proves every student's worst fear about India's competitive entrance system. That the system can be gamed, it can be compromised, it can be rigged, that caste identity can be wielded like an invincibility cloak in order to ward off questions. But the real question now is this. Will Pooja Khedkar only be transferred and hidden from view until the media forgets her? Or will she be sacked and booked if found guilty of what she's accused of? The media may move on from the story, I'll be very honest with you. Already angered and disoriented by the neat mess, students, however, who give their blood to enter the civil services will not forget and they will not forgive. And that's why Pooja Khedkar is a test case.
After the massive NEET scam row, now questions over UPSC exams that pick India's future bureaucrats, diplomats and police officers. Dr. Pooja Khedkar, an IAS probationer posted in Pune, has been transferred to Washim for alleged misuse of power. The transfer comes after Khedkar made news for seeking unauthorized privileges, such as using a private Audi car equipped with a red-blue beacon and VIP number plate and displaying a Maharashtra government board on her personal vehicle. Khedkar allegedly made demands for an official car with a VIP number plate, accommodation and an official chamber, which were against the protocol for probation officers. The officer is now embroiled in a bigger row after RTI activist Vijay Kumbhar claimed irregularities in her selection in UPSC exams. According to the activist, Khedkar allegedly submitted fake disability and non-creamy layer OBC certificates to clear the civil services examination. Khedkar claimed to be from non-creamy layer when her father, Dilip Khedkar, in 2024 Lok Sabha election affidavit listed assets valued at 40 crore rupees.
उनके पिताजी का जो एफिडेविट इलेक्शन कमीशन में है, उसमें उन्होंने अपने संपत्ति करीबन 40 करोड़ दिखाई है। अगर जिनके पिताजी की संपत्ति 40 करोड़ है, उनको नॉन क्रिमिनल सर्टिफिकेट मिल कैसे सकता है?
Pooja Khedkar declined to comment on the charges being leveled against her.
I'm not authorized to speak anything right now, so I cannot comment on this.
Ma'am, आज अपन join करना है?
Oh, I'm very happy to join in Washim district, and I'm looking forward to working in it.
Allegations of irregularities in the selection of Pooja Khedkar could hit the credibility of the civil services exams if the loopholes are not plugged soon. Bureau Report, India Today.